Thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me, a little bit across with me. Interesting. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I love you guys so much. Sorry, I should have fixed this before I came on. While we're live, it is the 8/8 portal. I hope everyone's doing well. Splendid during the portal. Oh, it's hot. Hey Flo, how are you? Hey there. How's everyone doing? Well, I hope. Hey Tink. Hey Irene. How is everyone? Planning your day? That sounds lovely. Pretty good. Just still cleaning out the garage, almost finished. You know, it's hot. It's hot out there. My ear is getting better. Inside the ear feels a lot better. There is like the, I feel like I talked to somebody earlier who feels like this little swollen thing right here is my lymph node. There's a lymph node right there. So there's that, but I am feeling better. We're getting there. Oh, that sounds fun, Tink. Hey, Arkansas. I don't personally, Ryan, but maybe somebody here will. But it's pushing some stuff out, so I think that's a good sign. My jaw is getting better, so I think we're getting there. Nah. I am. I want to sit down. Well, sometimes when I'm doing stuff also, but I am. But yeah, I just thought, well, it's 8/8, so I'd love to go see my friends and my family. And we can do readings for donations. I need to get some school supplies and get some groceries. So I thought, well, I'll just show up and then I may take a nap afterwards. After I got on, I thought, well, maybe I should have napped first because I've been outside all morning and it's been real hot. Real hot. Well, I'm glad you stopped in. Hey, Bobby. Love you so much. Have the best day. I'm so happy to be here. I love you guys. Have you guys been seeing like blessings and things starting to roll in? Oh, absolutely, Arkansas. For sure. Good, Irene. I'm glad. Okay, Bobby. The donation information is in the description box. Hey, Red. I can't read your... Hello there. I can't read what that says. The name. Yeah, yours. No habla español. Un poquito. Ginu, I like that. Ginu. Ryan, thank you very much. What is your question, my friend? I will keep an ear out for a phone, but trying to think. Michael's dad has a daughter who just recently got a new phone. I wonder what she did with her old one. Genu, I like that. Thank you, Julia. I used to be able to speak a little bit more Spanish, like I had a restaurant kitchen staff that as their kitchen manager, they taught me things. I took Spanish in high school. Ryan, it was a huge help. Thank you. I took Spanish in high school, but I think I only did like 1 year maybe. Hey, Lavender. Okay, Ryan, just whatever you need to know. And then Bobby, you're next. Whatever Ryan needs to know. You know how to speak German? That's dope. That's so cool. I feel like speaking more than one language is definitely a very great quality to have. One that I do not possess. All right, what does Ryan need to know? Okay, so yeah, we have the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck, the Knight of Pentacles. There's something that may be going really slow or taking, yeah, with the Ace of Pentacles here. I feel like there's something that you may be anticipating and going a bad way, Brian. Like, it's almost like expecting burdens. You know what I mean? It's almost like expecting something to not go correctly. Okay, but there is some sort of, I feel like that's a false perception, if I'm being honest with you, especially with this Nine of Swords energy, okay? But I also feel like, too, with this Nine of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Chariot, there may be something that you are holding on to, you know, that maybe you, I think we all have them, right? But like, it's like a, I don't want to call it codependent, but it's something that it may be outside of you that you count on or you rely on or you enjoy or something like that, right? I mean, it could be food, it could be social media, it could be anything, right? But there is an energy where I feel like things move much quicker once you release whatever this is, Ryan. And I think you probably know, right? Because we have the judgment here. So it's like almost like, you know, you have a feeling about this. So I feel like I'm just confirming whatever it is for you. But whatever this is, I feel like it is slowing you down. It's just, or slowing the momentum down. I feel like it may be tied into your health, possibly. But doesn't have to be. But yeah, so this is what's going on. So something may not be moving, right, as quickly as you want it to be, but you have the ability to make it move quicker. Again, I also feel like too, any anticipation of something not going good or well, or, you know, feeling burdened by whatever this is a illusion. Okay? It's an illusion. Okay, and Bobby wants to know, why is she seeing pictures in light rays? And then, Christina, I see your thing under the name David. Unfortunately, my Zelle, I forgot to delete that. I'm still going to do your reading, but you'll probably get that $10 back in about 10 days. Or 14 days. Okay. Okay, why am I seeing pictures in light rays? Hey, Neon. Why is Bobby seeing pictures in light rays? Why is Bobby seeing pictures in light rays? You don't need to apologize. That was my fault. I left it down there. You know what I mean? It's my bad. They changed some stuff and it didn't work out for me. So no more Zelle for me. Although Zelle was my favorite. Okay, why is Bobby seeing, what is it? You're very welcome, Ryan. Thank you. Pictures in light rays. Sorry, I keep forgetting. Why is Bobby seeing pictures in light rays? Oh. Well, it's some sort of, it's tied into your intuition, Page of Cups, okay, your spiritual gifts. Crossing is the Eight of Pentacles here, okay? There is something, these images are significant. This feels very spiritual. It feels like you're, with the Hangman here, you're getting some sort of like answers to some sort of question. Seven of Pentacles, Three of Swords at the bottom here. So there's like these pictures. I'm also hearing inspiration. I don't know, Bobby, if you do any kind of like painting or art, and you don't have to do it professionally, just maybe, you know, as a creative outsource. Okay. I do feel like there is some sort of inspiration. You know what it feels like? It's like, it's reminding me of, I don't know if you've ever seen that, the show Wednesday Addams, right? Where on the first season, where the guy paints, you know, he paints his dreams, right? But there were clues. It was like, it was giving him information. So it was like, this is what's happening here. And with the Hangman, I feel like it's to help you understand something. It almost feels like a whole mystery, right? It feels like there's something that you are like solving in a way. And I feel like it's very personal to you, okay? But I do feel like it's tied into the bloodline, as well as maybe even a previous lifetime. I feel like I feel like what it is there's something about connecting the dots between the people and the experiences in this lifetime to possibly a past lifetime, and helping you kind of understand and navigate that. But yeah, this is what the images are. There's something about when you paint these, if you choose to paint these, there's more details that will come out as you're painting. I'm sure you know, like as an artist, right? You kind of channel. It's not something that you necessarily like plan. You go layer upon layer, and so there's more information within the layers, Bobby. If you they're saying it's kind of like if you choose to, right? It's how deep do you want to go with this is kind of what's coming through. It's ultimately it's up to you, but it feels like these may have been answers that you may have been looking for. Okay, Christina, did you put your question? Financial. Anything in particular, or? Hey, Serena, so these are for donations. The donation information is in the description box. Do not use Zelle. That's my bad. I should have taken that out. I love that, Flo. That's the kind of stuff that's been happening around here, too. It's like, and it's like, you know, I feel like my, you know, through mysterious ways, everything is leveling up, which is kind of crazy because it's like, I'm like in between, like careers, kind of, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of crazy. Okay. So are Christina's finances going to get better? Julia, they've brought me through, you know, my testimony, my repentance. They brought me through my healing journey. It was how I think we all go down different paths of finding ourselves and finding, you know, God, source, the universe, Yeshua, whatever you subscribe to, right? And this was one way that helped me do that. Most people are like, I don't even know how that's possible, but it just is. But anyways, okay. Okay, so Christina, our Christina's, are Christina's finances going to get better? What is that? Okay, so yes, I feel like you are on this. But there, first of all, we have a lot of swords here, right? So it's the way that you think about it, okay? The way that you perceive. There's some sort of worry, right? You're worried about it. You can't worry and pray at the same time. It doesn't work. Because basically you're sending, you know, mixed signals, right? You're like praying to God or however you know, whatever you subscribe to, all are welcome here. But it's like, but then you're like, okay, well, I need to worry and fix this. And it's like, well, then what did you know, God, source of divine's like, well, what did you even talk to me for? What's the point, right? If you're not going to actually hand it over to me, what are we doing here? So, but there is something too, okay, where I feel like there may be some sort of health thing with the Four of Swords, okay? Something you need to take care of with, I'm hearing like your physical health, okay? That is going to help help your money flow, okay? But also too, there is maybe somebody around who's just really kind of critical, okay? You know, this is somebody who always has something to say, right? They always have something, I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that vibe at all. But this is an energy too that's not helping your thought process, right? This person is essentially causing more worry, okay? They're projecting their restrictions onto you here, okay? But yeah, so yes, your finances are going to improve, but there is a couple things here that need to be addressed, right? It's not just going to change on its own. It's this health thing, okay? You got to try to alleviate the worry, okay? And you got to, you know, create some serious boundaries with whoever this is that's like all up in your business, okay? Again, whoever this is, they may not be trying to do any of that, right? They may not be like, it may not be intentional, you know, but they're just moving from their own belief system, which it is restricting you a little bit, right? Because it's like their comments or whatever, you know, I don't know how to express it, because it's like, you may like lean on this person, you know what I mean? If that makes sense. Chevron. It was my son's baseball team's sponsor. Just a parent shirt. But yeah, this is what's going on, Christina. Baseball for sure. More of a baseball gal. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I would just address those things, right? Make sure that you're paying very close attention to your health, right? Your health is always going to be your wealth, okay? Yeah. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I mean, soccer's cool. I don't know. Who knows? You know, my son's neither of my kids have ever played soccer. Maybe if they did, I would like it. That's why I like baseball. That's why I like volleyball. So what else is going on, fellas? I love that flow. Well, honestly, I have my list of post-it notes of things that I and I can literally like go through and check off the things that are just like showing up. It's kind of crazy. My son's just hanging out, and I do have a daughter, yes. She is also just hanging out. They're both in their rooms. Mama gotta make some monies. And also just spend time with you guys. So are you, Flo, are you seeing some things like, I know you have your house, but are there like more little details that you're seeing? And the lesson here for me this year is, you know, all of these things are coming to fruition, and I really, you know, haven't been making a lot of money. It's just been showing up through other ways. You know what I mean? So that's cool. My son does, yeah. My daughter's still asleep. She's a teenager. Ooh, I love that flow. You know, it does feel like, you know, a big cycle is over. I was getting ready for an interview the other day, and, you know, I got all dressed and everything and looked in the mirror, and I heard she's back. So I thought that was cool. Hey, Kathleen. I can imagine a lot of people are feeling like that. Oh, definitely. Absolutely, Flo. You feel like that too, Kathleen? It's nice. It's like, you know, going from like struggling to have the will to live. Not that I ever didn't want to live, but you know what I'm saying? For years to like now it's like, okay. You know, now it's like in the morning you get up and you're like, what do I get to do today? Traveling? That'll be fun. Any place in particular that you want to go? For real. I mean, like, literally since, like, I mean, it's been years. Years. See you, Julia. Have a good day. I'm so glad we did, though. Oh, Flo. That's the way to do it. You know what I mean? That's definitely a goal for me, is to have an RV. I remember it was so nice. My grandparents had one. They could just, you know what I mean? Just go. You know, just load that thing up and just go. And I just love that. For real. For a while, I wanted to live in one. The kids were like, no! Fine, I'll do that when you're gone. It was the best. So I think that's a great plan, Flo. I love that plan. Oh, gosh. You know, I just remembered I got a text message the other day and I read it. I was busy and I did not respond. Okay, so I'll have to do that after after I get off here. Did you like it? Do you guys ever do that? I do it all the time. I'll read it because I'm like, well, what if it's important? And then I find out it's not important and I'm like, you know, busy or whatever. And I forget. Absolutely, Flo. Dang. Must have been important. I know I need to check my emails. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Honestly, I feel like the divine forced a vacation out of me. I did just post a video on Patreon as well today. Yeah, I agree, Flo. I think I needed it too. It was nice. I feel like I spent all of July, like, just really, I mean, relaxing, but not really. Like, I was very busy around the house, like, mostly outside, but just getting stuff cleaned up, and I don't know, but I feel like I needed that time off. Woohoo! Well, there's a new video. It's an 881 and like kind of weekend messages. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. All foul balls. Yeah. This year, I'll be honest, I'm not sure if Michael hit a ball. His first season, because so this would technically be his third season, but his second season, some stuff happened and he wasn't able to play. But the first season, they used pitching machine, and he was a really good hitter then with the pitching machine. But yeah, with the player pitches, I mean, he wasn't the only one. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a big deal, but, and with missing a whole season, you know what I mean? His skills weren't developed for a whole year. You know, it just, I think Michael's done with baseball. As much as I love him playing, I don't think he loves it as much as I do. Hey, Angie. Oh, good, Flo. It's raining. It's super hot here. Like, I already took a shower this morning, and I feel like I could already take another one. That's how hot it is. I'm not complaining. Because I'd much rather be hot than cold. Personally. Personally. $113. Yeah. Nope. It's been like the 90s, which I know it's like dry heat, humid heat, blah, 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 but I've never until this year actually like dripped sweat. And I've done lots of things. Not like I haven't been an active person. It's just like this is the first year that I've ever gotten so hot that I was like actually like wiping sweat off of my face. So, if that says anything. Yeah. I think it's just like also too, my body's changing. I'm getting older. Who knows, but I'm just like, man, how do people, I can't believe people have lived a whole life like this. It feels so gross. You know what I mean? I'm constantly carrying around like little, anyways. I mean, it's not that bad. Obviously, when I'm like doing something is when it's like that. But I'm just saying I've never experienced it before this year. In all my 36 years. Never. It would be. It hurts to be outside. It's hard to breathe a little bit. It can be hard to breathe for sure. I almost called you Debbie. It says Deebles. I almost said, hey, Debbie. Phew. Irene, my darling, what is your question? That's awesome. Deebles, is that a nickname? If life under the ocean is cooler, for sure. For sure. Okay. All right. Why is Irene feeling this push towards music production? What does she need to know about this energetic push or shove or intuitive guidance? This feeling, what is it? What does she need to know about this? Well, I'd say that that's a pretty cool nickname. Honestly, Irene, I feel like it's something because it, and I know you have other creative endeavors, but I feel like it is something, one, that like feeds your inner child, okay? Two, it's something that, like it's creative, right? You create, which creates energy and builds momentum, you know, joy and things like that. I don't know that it's necessarily anything like, you know, like that you need to do this for business related or anything like that. Honestly, what it feels like is it's almost like this is something coming through as like to keep your mind off of the other things that you're trying to manifest, right? You're not trying to manifest, but are manifesting, right? That are coming towards you. It's almost like basically tap back into this hobby because it occupies your mind, it keeps you busy, it has you in creative energy, it honors your inner child. I feel like also too there's something about being very feminine in this way, but I feel like it's literally it's almost like you have something in the pot, right? There's something that you're trying to bring to a boil. But it's almost like, you know, unintentionally your energy, you know, and you may not be intentionally do this, but it's almost like your thoughts circle back around to it, or your energy is kind of creating some sort of resistance to bring something through. And but if you know, tap into this music, start getting back into that again, production and things like that, the other thing can kind of run on its own because you're not, you know, unintentionally, right, like putting any like thoughts or anything out there, if that makes sense. So it feels like it's just a beautiful, creative, divine distraction in order to bring some other things through, Irene. Yeah. That's how yeah. Oh. It's also too like your emotions when you create music, Irene. This is, I feel like music is a key to your manifestations, because there's something about your emotional state, the energy that you put out, like you tap into this creative energy, and it's like you're here writing this beautiful music, doing all this stuff, and you have no idea that your energy is simultaneously like, you know, kind of creating things outside of you, right? Things that you don't necessarily see quite yet. So I think that that's also part of it as well. Yes, you're very welcome. Music is absolutely magic. Maybe write songs about what you're trying to manifest as well, but maybe not. No, I would follow your heart. Right, because the music is meant to distract you from... Thank you, lady. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, that sounds lovely. So manifestation is an inside job, which means that, you know, people will tell you, you know, okay, here's how manifestation works, okay? You set the intention. You set your desire. You, all of those things, which, and we're constantly manifesting, right? Everyone is constantly manifesting. Your current reality is a manifestation of your beliefs and your programming. That's the way this world works. That's how your, you know, your subconscious mind, it's like your world is a projecting movie of what's going on inside of your mind, right? So in order to change what you see out here, you need to change what you think and feel in here. And, you know, there's things called, you know, alignment, right? So, but essentially, if you, I like to use a number 2 pencil because of the lead, okay? Well, it's not lead, but the, whatever it is, right? Is very kind of magical. But anyways, you write it down, right? You write down and then you let it go, right? See, I hang mine on the wall, but I haven't really looked at it in over a year, and I'm just now going back to it, and I'm like, oh, whoa, look at that. Check, 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 right? So I wrote it down, I let it go, and then I just do whatever. If it's internal work, if it's healing work, if anything shows up, I do that, right? If it's, you know, physical work, right? Like, you know, you can't ask for a new home and not prepare for the new home, right? Or take care of your current home, right? It's that type of energy, you know? So, and a lot of times, you know, if you follow your intuition, doesn't always make sense, right? But somehow looking back, it does. So manifestation can be very tricky, but if you do the internal work, it's not nearly as tricky as it seems. I personally, from my own experience, would suggest not setting any particular intentions, like exact intentions, and manifest that you just that you're living your best life. You know, you're healed, you have peace, you have joy, you have all of these things, and then do the internal work and allow the divine to bring to you that physical reality, because I guarantee you that what you think in your mind right now that you want, or that would make you happy, or whatever it is, By the time you align to it, it may not be that way, right? So if you just set the intention to, you know, be financially stable, to be, you know, have peace, and, you know, to be, you know, ascending, and all these things, right? And you allow the divine to take care of the details, I guarantee you're going to end up in a much better place than you could have imagined yourself, in a much better situation. Again, you do whatever you want. This is just my own personal, like from my own personal experience, right? Like from my own, whatever that, you know, God, source, the divine, the universe, whatever you want to call it, oftentimes can come up with way better plans than we ever could. So circling back around, know that you are constantly manifesting. And so if you would like to change what it is that you are manifesting, you need to change your thoughts. You need to change your feelings. You need to, and you know, your programming is what it is. You're very welcome. Yeah, I mean, you really have to love yourself and know that you're worthy of, you know, unconditional love. I'd say when you stop judging yourself, you're probably breaking pretty free there. Because I feel like we're most of the times our own worst critics, you know. But anyways, guys, my phone's gonna die. Of course. Of course. Isn't that how it goes? Make sure nobody else is. Ta ta ta. Oh, excuse me. That was lovely, wasn't it? Wasn't it? All right, guys. Well, yeah, I think I'll jump. My phone's gonna die. I'm gonna get back to whatever. I'm sure I'll see you guys again. I love you very much, all of you. Check out the Patreon. Have a fantastic 8/8. Follow your heart, and just be you. Okay, I love you. See you next time.